Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're going to be looking at the McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat Johnny Cage action figure. Now Mortal Kombat's always been a pretty cool game, but I never felt like I needed their action figures. Don't get me wrong, Reptile, Scorpion, Sub-Zero are really cool designs, and who can't have extra ninja action figures? But I happened to see this guy online, and I thought, let's go ahead and pre-order him. He looked like he could be some kind of fighter. Maybe he works for some mobster, having him in the boxing ring. He also came with what appeared to be an action figure of himself and a large trophy. Those accessories really sold this figure for me. I wanted to check him out. I was also really curious, how tall exactly is this McFarlane Mortal Kombat line compared to other action figure lines? Does it fit in nicely? It looks like it's a full 7 inches tall, which is what I was actually hoping for. So let's go and check out the packaging here. The top here, Mortal Kombat. Here's the guy in the package, sunglasses removable, his jacket, his chest exposed. Looks like an action figure of himself from an earlier game, large trophy, and possibly a collector stand in there. Here's Johnny Cage at the bottom, Johnny Cage, Hollywood Hunk. Top, Mortal Kombat. We do have the Spawn logo up here for McFarlane Toys. Here's the figure posed up on one side, posed up slightly differently on the other side. The bottom, there's a barcode in case anyone needs it, as well as a bunch of credits. And then on the back, you can see it's boasting 22 moving parts, and here he is holding both of his accessories. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories laid out. He does come with a trophy, what appears to be an action figure of himself, and some sunglasses. But before we look at the accessories, let's check out and talk about the actual figure. So this is Johnny Cage. He's been in Mortal Kombat since pretty much the beginning. I believe he's loosely based off Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's supposed to be a really cocky movie actor, and then he's a fighter in Mortal Kombat. If I'm not mistaken, in the old film, he didn't even believe it was actually anything real going on. He thought he was just shooting a movie at first. I've seen him referred to as the Hollywood Hunk. I've always perceived this guy as kind of like the Ric Flair of Mortal Kombat. He thinks all the women want him, all the men want to be him. He thinks his shit don't stink. This guy is very full of himself, and you can kind of tell by just looking at him. So here's the figure. He's got his glasses off, hair looking pretty decent, got a tattoo of his name on his chest there. JC, Johnny Cage. He's got wrap on his wrists. Looks like double jointed elbows. Moving further down, Cage on the belt. Some shin guards, tennis shoes, double jointed knees. Overall, looking pretty cool. And now let's check out his accessories. And let's start off with the sunglasses. These are purple, black in the middle, a little bit soft and bendy. Here he is with his sunglasses off, and here he is with his sunglasses on. They actually stay on the figure pretty good, unlike some other figures. Thinking about Mattel wrestling figures. Now let's look at his trophy. Got a guy on there flexing, made of gold. At the bottom here, it says Excellence Award, Best Actor. I can definitely find many things to do with this trophy in my action figure world. Here he is, holding up his trophy, proud, showing off for everyone to see. Now let's check out his figure. This is an older version of Johnny Cage, shirtless, black pants. You can see he's flexing there, Johnny tattooed on his chest, Cage on the belt, sunglasses, dark hair. Now, upon first glance, I thought the legs would be articulated, but there's absolutely no articulation on this thing. It would be nice if you could at least push the legs down. And here he is, holding the figure of himself. And I'm not going to lie, that figure, especially in that pose, does remind me of Jean-Claude Van Damme. Now I'm not going to lie, this action figure that he came with was part of the reason I bought this figure. That just really appealed to me. I thought it was cool, an action figure. Having an action figure of himself. I really thought it was going to be articulated. That part is disappointing. And he is not the only guy to come with an action figure himself in recent history. The Diamond Select Jay and Silent Bob from the Jay and Silent Bob reboot both came with figures themselves. I always find that a pretty cool little gimmick. And if you really wanted to, you can remove his jacket, but it doesn't really make any sense as he still has the jacket sleeves on him. And then where his butterfly joints are, pure blue, so it just doesn't work with the jacket off. But kind of nice, very soft material. I do like this thing. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, now let's check out his height. This guy here, from bottom to top, is sitting at about 7.4 inches tall, which is going to translate to just a hair under 19 centimeters. Now let's check out his articulation. Starting with his head here, can rotate from side to side, can go up and down about that far, which is pretty nice. He does have articulation between the head and the neck up here. Also has articulation between the neck and the chest area, giving him a very large range of motion there. Shoulders on a ball joint, they can go out about that far, quite a bit more than 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. He does have a butterfly joint between his arm and chest area. That's going to allow his arms to go forward and back quite a bit. He's got a bicep cut right here, double jointed elbows, and go all the way in. His wrist here, there's a ball between the forearm and hand. It can rotate at the base. It can also rotate where the hand is. Then it's hinged as well. He's got two ball joints here, one on his stomach, one a little bit lower. Can rotate from side to side, go in and out. The bottom one can do a little bit less, but it can also rotate a little bit, go in and out some as well. Legs, they can go out about that far. Not a ball joint, but a similar type concept. They can swivel just the tiniest little bit there. Go forward about that far, back, not at all. Double jointed knees, all the way back. Then his ankle here, similar concept to his wrist. There's a ball in there, can't see it too good because of the tennis shoes. Forward, back, can rotate. Toe articulation also. Now if you were to access that ball, which you really can't on this guy, you could potentially rotate it, and then it would allow it to tilt and rock, which it can't really do right now. Here he is in the ring, getting ready to fight with Wildcat, a DC hero and fighter. Now let's check this guy out compared with some other action figures, starting off with the other Mortal Kombat figures that I have. Spawn here is the only other figure I have from McFarlane's Mortal Kombat 11 line. I got this figure because Spawn is just awesome, and this figure is excellent. Definitely my top 5 figures of 2020. I didn't get him specifically because he's a Mortal Kombat figure. I use him for my comic Spawn. I do regret jumping into this line late and not getting Scorpion and those type of figures. They're pretty expensive now, so I'll probably never actually end up getting them. I do have a couple of upcoming figures pre-ordered, so I'll continue to build the collection. Here's Johnny Cage next to a few different Luke Cage figures. Here's Johnny Cage next to an actual Cage or Cell. Now let's check him out with some action figures from different various companies, so you can see how he fits in both scale and style wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Here he is with some of his McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale. And here he is with some DST or Diamond Select toys. Then here he is with some NECA figures. And here he is with some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. Then here he is next to some Mattel wrestling figures. And here he is next to some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods action figures. Then some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And with some Mafex figures. Then here he is with some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here he is next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. So overall, I'd say it's a really nice action figure. Johnny Cage is one of the more boring Mortal Kombat characters, at least visually. He's not a ninja or some of those crazy over-the-top characters, and I do love those. This guy's sculpt is excellent, paint job is very crisp, articulation is superb, moves in all the right places, and moves very smoothly. His accessories are pretty cool too. That was part of why I got this guy. Now as far as my personal uses, I don't have a ton I'm personally going to be able to do with him in my overall 1/12 scale action figure world. But as far as action figures go, this guy's executed very well. If I were to rate this figure, I'd probably give him a 7 out of 10. I wanted to give him a 6.5 just because he's not going to have that many uses in my world. But the fact that the figure is so nice easily pushes him up to a 7 out of 10. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.